Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node in Venus for September 2020, as well as cross watchers, however it resonates for you. From the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards, what is the message for you, Aquarius? Reaching your destination, your light is shining brightly. Yay, we like this for you so much. The bottom of the deck, passion and pleasure, savor your life. Ooh, because you got all into your life, minding your business. Now your business is minding you. You got more business to mind. The things that you wanted to materialize in your life are coming to fruition. Let's see what the calling in your soulmate oracle cards have to say about what's going on in your romances at this time. What's going on for Aquarius for September 2020? Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. So pushing through some fear energy to allow yourself to enjoy what you wanted. The bottom of the deck. Sometimes the strongest people in the morning are the people who cried all night. So you've had some nights filled with pain and processing the pain of loss, processing the things that didn't work out, clearing that energy from you in release. When you cry, this is a release of energy. And so maybe you had some fears that were being blocked because that energy hadn't processed. Well, I feel that because you did process all those experiences, now you're ready to move through those fears. So from the Miracles Now deck, peace is in my pulse for you, Aquarius. And from the bottom of the deck, to travel further on my path of personal growth, I call on my spiritual running buddies for help. So some of you invoking the energy of your angels, your ancestors, and your guides, calling in your spirit team to support you, to give you the strength to move forward, because you know you're about there. And you know what? Right when you're about to get to an important landmark in your spiritual evolution, there's always that final hurdle. And by the time you reach the final hurdle, you're tired. It's exhaustive. You've been exhausted to reach this point. So let's see your current energy with one card from the Tattoo Tarot, then your past influence that helped bring you here, and where this is most likely to take you as a result of the current energies where you're at right now. The Five of Wands. Ooh, you're at that hard place where you got to fight to push through. And this is that determination energy where there's a lot going on and you've got to really be strong. I see this is why you call on your spiritual running buddies for help. This is why you ask angels, ancestors, and guides to give you the power, the energy to continue forward, not to give up, to keep moving in the best path for you, because there's some fear there. And the past energy, the Four of Coins, this was you holding back. I feel like some of you, Aquarius, you were afraid to let yourself love. You had been hurt and loved so much before. Maybe you had a marriage that didn't work out, or a deep commitment that didn't work out with somebody. And so that put fear on your path. Now let's see what's unfolding for yours as a result of where we're at this time of your finding this reading for September 2020. The Four of Swords, healing. Okay, so I feel like a relationship is coming up for you, or an energy within a current relationship. If you're not leaving a relationship, and if you're not single, if you're involved, there's a healing energy coming in where you're able to move past this need to protect your heart so much. I feel like you've been doing a lot of heart healing energy. The bottom of the deck is the Fool. This is you trying to put your trust. Maybe you had trust issues, you know. You felt like you were taken advantage of or made a fool of in the past. And you're trying to move past that influence as you move forward. So I get this strong feeling that For you, Aquarius, a lot of you have a beautiful relationship opportunity, but because it's so beautiful, there's some fear and trepidation and trusting it to move forward. I feel also that there's some, the old heart stuff gets triggered. It's like, well, I was cheated on in the past. Somebody hurt me, you know, I couldn't trust. I trusted them and my trust was betrayed. So let's pull a Celtic cross and see how your energy is coming through for September 2020. The Two of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. This is about changes that feel out of your control, is what I'm getting. Some changes that feel out of your control. Things that you didn't want to let go of are, there's a loss there. There's a loss there, you know, feeling a little bit of stress because you're being pulled in two different directions, but you have a choice to make because the Knight of Cups is in reverse here. So somebody's got a choice to make because of a situation that was very unfulfilling. It's like you thought that this could be what you wanted in emotional fulfillment, but it turns out it's not so fulfilling emotionally after all. So you're at this place where you've got to make some choices to add to the peace in your life. And I feel like you're going to be calling in your spiritual running buddies to help you. Because there's too much battling going on, too much confusion. And where you tried to hold on to this person, you realize that you've just been doing a lot of crying. You've been very sad. You've been very sad lately. You know that you're generally a happy person, but there's been a lot of sadness in you and you're tired of that. You could be dealing with somebody who's emotionally abusive, somebody who doesn't have concern for how you're feeling, and they very selfish, a person who's very emotionally immature. Somebody who says things out of spite and does things to hurt your feelings. Yes, the Five of Cups in the past, you've been hurt a lot, and there's a lot of emotional pain that you're reflecting back on. You're remembering how much you've been hurt, but yet and still there's some fear to be alone. What's unfolding for you is the High Priestess in reverse. It says your intuition is going to continue to call you forward. But at this time, you're having difficulty following what your intuition is calling you forward to, which is why it's saying calling on your angels, your ancestors, and your guides to help you through this time is beneficial for you, because you're supposed to enjoy your life, you know, and there is that possibility, that castle that you visualize, that happy home that you visualize is possible for you. And you were very passionate about this connection. It brought you a lot of pleasure at one point, but then it turned sour. I hear it turned sour. So what does God want you to know? The Five of Wands is in reverse. This energy matches this energy, except for it's in reverse now. So what God says is you got to stop fighting it. Stop fighting it. You cannot force somebody to treat you well. You cannot force somebody to love you. And your most advantageous approach is the Queen of Swords. She takes that sword of truth and she cuts everybody loose. This is an Aquarius feminine energy. This is also setting boundaries. So the best approach for you in this is to cut loose of what you've been fighting so hard for. You're not supposed to have to fight for love. You're not supposed to have to fight for love. You may have to have some conversations, a little bit of compromise, a little bit of working together, and some forgiveness. But all this fighting for love is not what you were brought here for. How are they looking at you? The Nine of Pentacles. Okay, look, I feel like it's somebody here who's looking at you as all they ever wanted, as the perfect woman. I feel like part of what you'd be battling with this person with is that you're so independent. You actually don't have codependency coming up in your cards. There's a lot of independence with you, and I feel like it's intimidating to them. But this is somebody you still want to hold on to. So let's see what's your innermost vibration on this. What's your vibration in this? Control, strength. You say, I have the self-control and the strength to get through anything. So maybe for you, this is more of a classroom energy where you learn how to deal with contrast, with challenge, right? But at the same time, there's this feeling like within this situation, you're walking on pins and needles because they feel like you don't need them and they want to be needed. And so you're trying to show this person that you need them, but this is a control measure. And you're beginning to feel like this control measure is taking you out of your own point of power. So giving your power away. So you're here wanting your power back. You want peace. You want calm. Let's see what's the most likely outcome for you given the current situation. Justice. This is you bringing justice to the table. You make a powerful decision so you can go into this healing from all the pain that you've been through, healing from putting these efforts into a situation that brought you a lot of fighting, a lot of battles, a lot of conflict. Let's clarify that justice. We have the 10 of Cups in reverse. Yes, that's where the relationship is not, it's not a happy relationship. Whatever happiness was there is now lost. What else do we have? Now, the King of Cups, emotional mastery, but you took out of it emotional mastery. You learned how to deal with your emotions and gain a measure of control over how you respond to things, and no longer just having those knee-jerk reactions because of the way somebody is not changing, the way they continue to bring battles to you, the way they continue to try to belittle you because there's some insecurity and some jealousy here over your personal independence, your ability to fend for yourself, provide for yourself, to be alone, your ability to go get back into peace without making them be a factor. See, I feel like you're dealing with somebody who wants, they very strongly want to be the main factor in why you're happy and why you're good. But see, you already know that doesn't work for you. This is why your intuition is calling you, saying, you know what? You know what? Let's see, what is it saying? It's saying Queen of Cups. It's saying Queen of Cups. You already know where this is going. Let's go ahead and finish clarifying this Justice card here. The Queen of Wands. This is you taking inspired action. In the 10 of Wands, to let go of the burdens of somebody else, because the Magician, this person pulled the wool over your eyes. You had rose-colored glasses on. You weren't seeing clearly. But you needed this relationship. And why did you need this relationship? Because your intuition hasn't been heeded. Your intuition is trying to train you through this relationship when to pay attention to the red flags, because you had red flags already. The fact that you had to guard your heart in this situation was a red flag. So this is what I have for you at this time. Aquarius, continue to choose peace and move through the fears, because you're about to reach your destination. Until next time, I'm sending you blessings of love and peace and happiness. Laters. And there's more information for you below the video in the description box.